Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today let's talk about The Walking Dead, mostly Season 9. I took a bunch of questions from y'all in the previous video. We're going to run through some of those questions, but I want to kick this off with one of the biggest questions floating around, and that's about this head. And oddly enough, if you look at it, there's a striking resemblance to Carol. Now, this head on a stick is from the Season 7 promo, and it is one of the heads that went around the sanctuary. And if you go back and watch some of the videos from Season 7, some of the episodes of The Walking Dead, you'll notice that there's a number of heads with long hair, there's heads with no hair, there's heads with short hair, but as far as heads that look similar to this one, there's a few of them. Now, I tried my best. I tried my absolute best to go back and look at... I could have sworn they showed a head that was the face of this one in the episode. I tried my damnedest. I couldn't find it. I spent like an hour looking for it. I could have sworn they showed it, though. If you guys know what episode that is, though, leave that down in the comment box below. I do think that there could be some worry here, but at this time, I would find it odd if they killed off Carol. And this was foreshadowing that. Now, in Season 7, they knew they were getting rid of Rick sometime around Season 8. It's a possibility, whoop-de-whoop. If they thought at the time they were going to get rid of Carol coming up at this point in the storyline, and they wanted to add in some foreshadowing, this could have been something they'd done. However, if they changed their mind, this foreshadowing could be dead in the water. See what I mean? But I will say, I don't know, maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me, but the profile with the nose and the lips, it has a striking resemblance to Carol. And especially now, I'll show you guys one more time, especially now with her hair. Yeah, right here, her profile. There's just this striking resemblance to Carol. I mean, this could be a dude for all we know. You know what I mean? I mean, he's got a big-ass Adam's apple. You know what I'm saying? Unless that's just part of his neck when he's getting, hung up there. But this, like I said, this could be a dude for all we know. This could be absolutely nothing. But I'm getting a ton of fans wondering because, as you guys know, they put in a ton of foreshadowing and callbacks into The Walking Dead. So it wouldn't be out the realm of possibility. It wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility that they would do something like this. They would definitely do something like this. However, taking into consideration the storyline, the characters we lost up to date, and the simple fact that they signed a 3-year deal with Carol and Daryl, stating that even if they were to be killed off tomorrow, they're still getting paid for that full 3 years. And the deal was this crossover between the shows and the movies. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I just don't see that happening. I think Carol's safe for at least Season 9 and Season 10. And then I would start to worry about the character. But it all depends on how it unfolds. Anyway, let's dive into some of the questions. You guys let me know what you think about the promo image, though. I'm going to say, yeah, there could be that curveball where they sock us and she does die despite her contract, and she does die, and this is some type of foreshadowing. But I gotta say, I'm 80 to 90% sure she's gonna make it through the Whisperer storyline. Now, next up we have Lord Ignis, Destroyer of Thoughts. Remember way back when everyone thought Carol was going to be Alpha? ? Yeah, I'm glad all the rumors about, or the speculation about Carol being Alpha, or the Fear cast being the Whispers, I'm glad that's all. I mean, can we just soak it up? Can we just enjoy it? It's all gone, I love speculation and prediction too, but some of it's just like out there. Some of it is kind of fun, like, man, that would be neat to see the origin of the Whispers. But then when you really think about, okay, they rape their own children, do I want to watch the origin of this in a long TV show, I would watch, an episode that was dedicated just so we can, see the interesting, origin for a villain. But I wouldn't want to dedicate seasons and then build a relationship with these characters. No, I'm good on that. And then Brian Ackham asks, can you please do a border death prediction video? Yeah, I don't think the border death is coming until the second half, so I will put that together during the break, and then when we come back for the second half, sometime around there, I'll put it up. That way it fits. I don't want to do it now and then it'll get buried. So we'll do that. That'll be a break project. Stranger Things asked, do you think we will see Dwight again? A little typo there. Confused me a bit, but do I think we're going to see Dwight again? Yes, and I think I'm saying that because I really hope so. It doesn't make sense for him to be gone. Now that it seems like the Saviors and the Sanctuary's all done and dealt with, it's been a long time skip. We've had everything happen with Rick. I think it would make sense to run into Dwight down the line and bring him back into the fold. When? It doesn't look like it's anytime soon. It really doesn't. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't even be shocked if he doesn't show up till next season. Or maybe we'll have to see how the second half picks up. Maybe there's a shining hope for him to show up somewhere in the second half. Meat Slayer. Did anyone else think Kelly was a guy? Yeah, she's got that manly look. But then when she talks, you get it. You're like, oh, it's a chick. How would you, and I'm not talking about physical features. I'm talking about haircut, clothing style. How would you like for the Whispers to make their major reveal? Love the channel and the videos. Keep it up. Thank you very much. This is coming from Peter DiCaprio. Hope I said that right. How would I like the Whispers to make their major reveal? I'm going to have to say, you guys know I'm going to say it, atmospheric is a must, but I have always loved that idea that it's got to build up slow and creepy with a number of different things. I know some people right now are already saying, yo, we need to jump right into this and we need the Whisper reveal next episode. And if you think about it, then we're only going to get one scene, one build up, one whisper, one creepy moment. Why? We should get another scene that creeps them out. Like, it's daylight, it's in the woods, we see a herd and they're coming through the woods, and you get this really creepy, there's something off about this zombie in the beginning of the herd leading it, and it's just staring you dead in the face. I mean, you can't see it. It's got all rotten stuff, black eyes and black mouth, and then he just stops dead, kind of got this slant, he's no more walking like a zombie, and the other walkers just pass him and they come for you and you fight and kill them, and then that one just slinks around or disappears, and it's like he's flanking you, and then he disappears. Creepy moments like that, actually creepy and atmospheric. Don't make him all walking. You got to do a glimpse where you just see him kind of duck behind a tree, but it's wait a minute, why would the walker, wait, what did I just see? Add a bunch of creepy build-up moments like that, but right when it comes to one of the big reveals without without any character reveals, it would have to be a distraction fighting the walkers, and then you're attacked by a whisperer out of nowhere, in the middle of the herd. I've always loved that idea, but a slow built-up scene, and then you could get a reveal after that. And I think the comic, if you read the comic, I think the comic has, it's definitely headed in the right track. I would take something like that. And for me, as a fan, I think I would love something like that brought to the screen, but fleshed out a little more, utilizing stuff they can't do in a comic, like the Whispers and shit like that. Yeah, the Whispers too. Add that in the mix. Next up, Ronnie, who are your top 5 favorite characters that are still alive and that are on the show currently? So no unknown or dead or Rick. Damn it, I was gonna say Rick. Anyways, awesome video. Can't wait for more. Thank you very much. That's from Jordanism97. My top 5 right now on the show. I'm going to have to say Michonne, obviously. Judith Grimes is becoming an instant friggin' favorite. I'm going with. I want to pick someone who I really like. That's kind of. I'm going with Aaron, aka Comic Rick. Who else we got? And then probably Daryl and Carol. I mean, yeah, that'll round out my 5. And that was a tough pick. There's a bit of a tie a little bit in there, but yeah, I'm gonna go with those for my top 5 right now. I hope I'm not missing somebody important, and later I'm gonna be like, damn. Do you think they're only giving Daryl a dog to give the dog a cheap emotional death later on? From Kevin Dooley. I hope not. I absolutely hope not. I hope they're doing it for something more than just a cheap, emotional tug. Next, from IXIX something fish. Do you think they'll pull a comic Michonne with Maggie for her absence? A comic Michonne with Maggie? Not necessarily verbatim. I doubt she could handle being on a boat for 6 years. Oh, no, I don't think they're going that direction. Do you think that our remaining characters will only allude to what happened to Maggie? Yes, I do think. Before we actually see her again in Season 10. Thanks, Ronnie. Love your stuff. You always give great thoughts. Well, thank you very much. I will say no. I don't think it's going to be anything like Michonne going and working on a boat and shit like that, because it's two completely different things. I would say that I'm sticking with her simply going off with Georgie and trying to either connect communities or grow as a leader. And I think they're going to allude to her. I think you're right there. But I don't think it's going to be something where she needed to get away and like Michonne. Like Michonne just didn't want to be around her own people. She didn't want to build connections. And she was also going off looking for her daughter on this adventure to finally go find her family. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. But I do think they're going to allude to her being gone. And then we'll do another one. Mohan Singhal. Wouldn't it be awesome if we saw Daryl wearing a hat or overcoat or chaps made of the animal pelts that he is curing? Oh, well, I definitely want to see something, because he's got them all hanging up. I definitely want to see something that he's made from them. Maybe we'll get another one in, and then we might do another one. So put some other Q&As down below. If we get time in between some of the other videos, I'll sit down in a minute and we'll pop out some Q&As, and that's in between doing the deeper intos. We got 3 back-to-back I can't wait for to be finished, because I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. But we'll be doing deeper into 905's coming up any minute now. 906 will be in a little bit, and then the Breaking Bad one, I'm excited for that. Anyway, Ronnie, do you think the Savior Regina could have survived the burning? From Carol. On Talking Dead for In Memoriam, they had a part saying Savior's List, and then specifically pointed out Savior Jed, but they didn't specifically point out Regina. I just find that odd, since she was one of Negan's lieutenants who we knew about. Maybe she survived but has burns. She then ends up somehow joining the Whisperers, and she is their inside woman, giving them all kinds of info on Alexandria, the Hilltop, the Kingdom, Oceanside. It would make sense, since she would want revenge. Anyway, it's just a thought. Joe Cool. It's possible. Listen, it's definitely possible that they either... I will say, right now, though, burns would be a very difficult thing to survive in that world. Especially, it looked like she got burned up. It looked like she got toasted, So if they tried to say that she got toasted, or maybe I'm imagining it was worse than it was, but I could have sworn we saw her completely engulfed in flames. If she did, I don't think she's healing. I just don't see that as a possibility. Especially, most people don't just melt or burn up. It's usually their throat melts, essentially, and they choke to death, because the fire's so hot. When they're breathing in, they're freaking out. It actually sears their throat, and then they choke to death, and then they burn up. So I don't know if I would buy that, but I will say I think it's definitely possible for somebody to be taken, or somebody like a Savior or a disgruntled resident to go and give them information. I think that fits, because we had something in the comic where a Whisperer went in and got information and was spying on them and stuff like that. So they could do a little remix where they do spy on them a little bit, but they also get somebody to give them some intel. All right, we got a few other questions. If I have time a little bit later today, I also want to get up, if you guys don't mind, I also want to get up I want to show you guys the Predator thing. I'll try to get that up today, but that's on the Ronnie Hayes channel. Like I said, going in from 2018 into 2019, do not forget we have that transition where we're slowly going to keep all the polished videos on this channel and all the raw stuff on the Ronnie Hayes channel. So definitely keep an eye out for that Predator poster and something else. There was something else that might also go on the Ronnie Hayes channel, but I might try to get up another Q&A. If you guys have any other standout questions, definitely put them down below, and I'll try to bang out some of these and then look for some really on and popping questions down there. All right, that's all I got to say. Thanks so much for the patience, and trust me, I'll explain soon. But something happened with 905, and it left me just disgusted and gutted. But I'll explain soon. So thank you guys, and I'm done talking. It's your turn.